Hello, welcome, welcome. How are you, Joalma? Hello, Edwin.
Hello, teacher.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. How are you? Hello, Edwin. Good evening. How are you?
Fine, teacher.
Hello, hello,
How are you,
Francisco.
teacher?
Hello, Joalma. Hello, Jackie. I'm very good. What about you?
Hello, teacher.
Ready for action? It's a hot day. It's a hot day
Yes.
today.
No tan lista, teacher.
Huh?
No tan lista, pero aquí estamos.
Yeah, gran calor que hace el día de
Ya
hoy.
somos dos, yo.
Very hot.
Very hot.
All right, let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. What information do you remember about yesterday's class? ¿Qué se acuerdan de lo que estuvimos conversando el día de ayer? ¿Qué se acuerdan?
Estuvimos haciendo descripciones de nuestra casa, creo.
That's right. That is correct. You were discussing vocabulary and expressions related to your house. And then we were also looking about professions, right? For example, He is a doctor. He works in a hospital. ¿Se acuerdan de eso? Él es doctor, él trabaja en un hospital. Un hospital es un lugar donde puedes hablar con gente. ¿Se acuerdan de eso? Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, okay,
Yes.
excellent. Thank you very much.
No, teacher.
A usted porque estuvo ausente. Pero los que estuvimos presentes,
Sí,
vamos a hacer...
teacher.
Ok, pues lo que vamos a hacer ahorita es un pequeño repaso de lo que estuvimos viendo ayer en esta área. Van a poderme consultar acerca de gramática o pronunciación. ¿Ready?
Es que tengo problemas con el inglés, teacher, desde hace ya una semana.
Ok, y ya lo resolvió.
Fíjese que no, ya vinieron a supervisarlo, pero no dan mayor respuesta y me saca del programa, tengo que volver a entrar o no me cargan las páginas.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm so sorry.
Sí, ahora ya hice 3 veces intento de estar en la conversación, pero él automáticamente me saca y me cierra las pantallas.
Oh, that's no good. That's bad, 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 bad.
Muy malo.
All right, so right here, what we're going to do, this is only a review. ¿Alguien tiene alguna consulta o pregunta acerca de lo que vimos ahorita?
Nada más se le agrega S a todos los verbos.
That's right. porque estás expresando lo que otra persona hace.
Pero
quiere- ¿Ah?
eso puede ser verbos regulares o no importa si son irregulares.
No, no importa porque si yo te digo, por ejemplo, el verbo regular, digamos, quiero ver aquí el chat, voy a meter al chat. Digamos que yo te digo, he works in a hospital. ¿El verbo work es regular o irregular?
Works. Regular.
Work es regular. Ahora un verbo irregular.
Eat
He eats,
es irregular.
sí, breakfast. Ese es irregular. Lo único que hice fue agregarle la S en tercer persona singular. Ahora, hay excepciones. Déjame ver. Dame un segundo, voy a abrir un libro y les voy a compartir el libro. El libro da un poquito de explicación de cuáles verbos se le agregas el ES. Ok, aquí estamos. Ok, los verbos que terminan en CH se les agrega ES. Por ejemplo, churches. Bueno, no encuentro la lista, pero tengo una lista. Ahí después les voy a mandar una lista de verbos y cómo se les agrega la S y el ES. Ahorita no lo hay. Okay. All right. Now for the next activity, we're going to be moving on, which is going to be the knowledge check on the platform. For the knowledge check on the platform instructions, look at the picture and answer correctly about the profession of each one. Instrucciones. Mire la imagen y responda correctamente sobre la profesión de cada uno. Esta la vamos a hacer ahorita. You have 5 minutes.
Podría no compartir la pantalla, teacher, gracias.
Les comparto la pantalla nuevamente. Ok. ¿Así? Jackie? ¿Así?
Ya, gracias, teacher.
Ok.
Teacher, tengo un problema con las primeras dos imágenes. Hello, teacher. Teacher,
Hello, Elmer.
Hello,
How are you?
Mr. Santos.
Back
Fine,
in
thank you.
action
What
like
about
this.
you?
Very good. Ready for action. Right now, the students are working from the knowledge check from section number 8.2, knowledge check. They have 2 minutes. Les quedan 2 minutos para terminar esta.
Okay, I finished.
Okay, if you finished, relax. We're going to go to the next one in about 2 minutes.
Okay.
All right, Francisco, ya terminó. Thank you, Francisco. Very Les quedan 1 minuto. All right, time's up, time's up. Now we're going to be looking at pronunciation reduction of do and does. By the end of this class, you will learn to sound natural when asking simple present WH questions. Al final de esta clase, ustedes aprenderán a sonar de una manera natural cuando hagan preguntas interrogativas WH en presente simple. Aquí vamos a estar escuchando pronunciación, ¿ok? Por favor, pongan atención. All right, reducción de el do y el does. Escucha y practica. Nota la reducción en la pronunciación de el do y el does. Okay, repeat. Where do you work?
where do you
Repeat.
work?
Where do you work?
Where do you work?
Noten que la pronunciación de el do no es where do you work. No es así la pronunciación. Es un do suavecito. Repeat. Where do you work?
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 What do you do?
What do you do?
What do you do?
What do you do?
Where does he work?
Where does
Where
he
does
work?
he work?
Where does he work?
Where does he
Where
work?
does he work?
What does he do?
What does he do?
What does he do?
What does he do?
Where do they work?
Where do you work?
Where do they work?
Where
Where
does
do
he
you
work?
work?
What do they do?
Where do you do?
What do they do?
What do they
What do
do?
you do?
Quiero que noten que la pronunciación de el do, el verbo do y does no son muy pronunciados. No lo decís where does he work? What do they do? ¿ah? No es una pronunciación fuerte. Es como un solo sonido. Repeat. Where do you work?
Where do
Where
you
do you
work?
work?
Where do you work?
Where do you work?
Where does he work?
Where do you
Where does he work?
work?
Where do they work?
Where do they work?
Where do they work?
Where do
Where
they
do
work?
they work?
What do you do?
What do you do?
What do you do?
Where do
What do
you
you do?
What does he do?
What's
What
that?
do you do?
What does he do?
What's that?
What do you do?
What do they do?
What
What
do
do
they
they do?
What do they do?
What do they do?
All right, at this moment, I'm going to put you in pairs and I would like for you to practice the pronunciation with a partner. Practice the pronunciation with a partner.
Where does he work?
Where does he work?
What does he do?
What does he do?
Where do they work?
Where do you work?
What do they do?
What do they do?
Where do you work?
Where do you work?
What do you do?
What do you do?
Where does he work?
What does he do?
What does he do?
What does he do?
Where do they work?
What do they do?
All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Let me have one volunteer, please. Sandra, ding, 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 volunteer. Thank you, Sandra, for volunteering. All right, can you express the questions, please? Let me listen to your pronunciation. That's right.
Where do you work? Where do you work? See? Yes.
Yes, that's right. That is correct. Yes. All right, Elmer, can you continue?
What do you do?
Vamos a darle
Where do you
oportunidad a Elmer.
Where do you work?
Where do
What
you work?
do you- What do you do?
What do you do? Very
Where
good.
does he work?
Where does he work?
What does he do?
What does he do? Very good. Very good. No
Where
does.
do they work?
Where do they work?
Where do they work?
Where do they work? Thank you. Obed Andrade. Vamos a darle chance a Obed.
Where do you work?
Where do you
Where
work?
do you do? Where does he work?
Okay.
What does he do?
Okay.
Where do they work?
Thank you.
What do they do?
Okay. All right. Continue, Edwin Serpas.
Right.
Okay, continue, Edwin Serpas.
Where do you work? Where the what? Where does he work? What do he do? What do they do?
All right, excellent. Joalma, continue, please.
Voy, teacher, voy. Estoy buscando la imagen.
Okay, Ruth, continue. Después que vaya Joalma.
Ay, Dios mío. Where do you work? Where does he work? Where do you, espérame que no veo mucho. Where do they work?
All right, thank you. Joalma, continue.
What do you do? What does he do? What do they do?
Okay, Betsy Escoto.
Where do you work? What do you do? Where does he work? Where does he work? Does he do?
All right, thank you. Marcos Osorio.
Where do you work? Where does he work? Where do they work? What do you do? What does he do? What do they do?
Excellent. Francisco Hernan.
Where do you work? What do you do? Where does he work? What does he do? Where do they work? What do they do?
Excellent. Ding, ding, ding. All right, now we are going to go ahead and move on with the same activity on the platform. All right. Now, what we're going to do is look at the following activity, which is coming from the next section, which is section 8.5. By the end of this class, you will learn how to form WH questions using the simple present tense. Additionally, you will practice a conversation which illustrates how this topic is used in a real life setting. Simple present questions and conversations. He works in a hotel. All right now I'm gonna put you in pairs and I want you to practice asking the question and responding to the question. One student asks the question, where do you work? The other student responds, in a hospital. What do you do? One student asks, the other student says, I'm a doctor. And then the other student asks, how do you like it? And the other student responds, I really like it. And then vice versa. Ready? Okay. Action.
Okay.
Where do you work?
In a hospital.
What do you do?
I am a doctor.
How do you like it?
I really like it.
Like it. Where does he work?
In a hospital, in a hotel.
What does he do?
He's a manager.
How does he like it?
It's okay.
Where do they work?
In a restaurant.
What do they do?
Teacher,
Hi.
la última respuesta, ¿cómo es? Donde dice jate.
They hate it. Lo odian.
They
hate it.
Okay.
They hate it.
Okay.
They hate it.
They hate it. They hate it.
They hate it.
Es simplemente esa palabra.
That's right. Odiarlo.
Okay.
Hate it.
Hate it. Okay. Thank you. Okay, Ruth. Where do you work?
In a hospital.
What do you do?
I am a doctor.
How do you like it?
I really like it.
Where does the work?
In a hotel.
What does he do?
He's a manager.
How does he like it?
It is okay.
Where do they work?
In a restaurant.
What do they do?
Their waters.
How do they like it?
They hate it.
They hate.
They hate it.
They hate it.
They hate it.
¿Y eso de waiter? Así es, waiter.
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 Ese es mesero.
That's right. Mesero is waiter y mesera is waitress.
Waitress. Ajá, eso está.
We're going to go ahead and change partners. Vamos a cambiar la pareja.
Okay. Where does he work?
In a hotel.
What does he do?
He is a manager.
How does he like it?
It's okay.
Where do they work?
In a restaurant.
What do they do?
They are waiter.
How do they like it?
They hide it. They
They hate.
They
hate
hate.
it. Yes?
Hate.
They hate
De
it.
hate, de odiar.
They hate
They
it.
hate.
They hate it.
They hate it.
They hate.
They hate it.
They hate it. A ver, hazlas tú las preguntas y si Fredo contesta.
Okay. Where do you work?
In a hospital.
What do you do?
I am a doctor.
Okay.
Okay. Where do you work?
In a hospital.
What do you do?
I'm a doctor.
How do you like it?
I really like it.
Where do he work?
In a hotel.
What does he do?
He's a manager.
How does he like it?
It's okay.
Where do they work?
In a restaurant.
What do they do?
They waiters.
Hello, hello.
Hi, teacher.
Okay, quedó solo usted.
Yes.
They're waiter.
How do they like it?
They hide it.
Terminamos bien.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back. Let me have 2 volunteers. 2 volunteers.
Yo.
2 volunteers.
Ay.
All right, Joalma, ask the questions. 1 more volunteer.
Obed.
Marcos Osorio levantó la mano. All right,
Okay.
Marcos y Joalma. Joalma, hágale la pregunta a Marcos. Marcos responde.
Where do you work?
In a hospital.
What do you do?
I'm a doctor.
How do you like it?
I really like it.
Where does he work?
In a hotel.
What does he do?
He is a manager.
How does he like it?
It's okay.
Where do they work?
In a restaurant.
What do they do?
They are waiter.
How do they like it?
They hate it.
All right, now Marcos ask the question. Joalma respond to the question.
Okay. Where do you work?
In a hospital.
What do you do?
I'm a doctor.
How do you like it?
I really like it.
Where does he work?
In a hotel.
What does he do?
He's a manager.
How does he like it?
It's okay.
Where do you work? Where do they work?
In a restaurant.
What do they do?
They waiters.
How do they like it?
They waiters or they are waiters?
Okay.
How?
All right, thank you. Go ahead, Marco, select somebody. Joalma, select somebody.
Bessie.
All right, Bessie, ask the question.
Ruth.
Ruth, respond to the question.
Okay. Where do you work?
In a hospital.
What do you do?
I am doctor.
Ah, doctor.
I really like it. I really like it.
Where does he work?
In a hotel.
What does he do?
He's manager.
How does he like?
It's okay.
Where do they work?
In a restaurant.
What do they do?
They waiters.
How do they like?
They hate it.
Teacher, una consulta. ¿Hotel cómo se dice?
Perdón, repita.
¿Hotel cómo se pronuncia?
Hotel.
Hotel.
Hotel. La H se pronuncia con hotel. All right.
Mr. Santos,
Yes, Elmer.
cuando usted dice ese they hate it, como que lleva algo así como mucha fuerza, ¿ve? Hate,
That's
como
right.
de odio, de hate it.
That's right. La
Hate it.
énfasis.
O sea, no es suave,
No, es una
no es
pronunciación.
suavecito.
No, es una pronunciación fuerte, una H fuerte. Repeat. Hate it.
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 Ajá, es con
They
es como
hate
una. Hate
Ajá.
it.
They hate it.
That's
They
right.
hate it.
Hate it.
Es que yo siento que lo estábamos haciendo un poquito suave y me quedaba esa duda. They
Ah,
hate
okay.
it.
No, es una pronunciación fuerte. Hate it. Okay, we're going to continue
Thank you.
listening to the video. All right, now for the next activity, what you are going to do is we are going to be looking at the discussion forum, which is over here at the bottom. Where do you work? In a school, and I'm a teacher. Okay, who do you live with in your house? I live with my brothers and my parents. Okay, so you're going to write as many questions as possible and write them here in the discussion forum. You have 10 minutes starting now. Write at least 5 questions minimum.
Hi, teacher.
Hello, hello.
Vengo llegando, teacher.
Ok, estamos trabajando aquí en la sección 8.6, Simple Present, WH Questions and Conversations. He works in a hotel. Y están haciendo preguntas con WH. Por ejemplo, where do you work? In a restaurant, what do you do? I'm a chef. How do you like it? I really like it. Así. Van a ser por lo menos 5 preguntas. Quedan 2 minutos.
Ok. Si no la termino, la hago después, teacher.
Ok.
Bueno.
All right, time's up, time's up. We're going to go ahead. Si no la ha terminado, le queda de tarea. Right now, we're going to look at the next activity, which is knowledge check. Instructions, complete these conversations. Select the answer, that contains the 2 words needed to complete each question. Section 8.7, knowledge check.
¿Qué es eso, mamá?
'Everybody finished?
No.
Five minutes, 5 more minutes. Hi, Carolina.
Solo a mí me molestan.
Bien callado ha estado hasta que vino usted.
Yo sé que me extrañan.
Yes. Edwin bien callado ha estado ahora.
Es que ya lo vi que no trabajó hoy. Con los fotitos han estado mandando. No es así la cosa.
Por eso es que faltaba Motivation Carolina Escamilla.
Ese ya lo hice, teacher.
Ah, ok. ¿Ya lo terminaron todos? Yes? Okay. All right, let's look at the next one. Lesson objective: by the end of this class, you will learn placement of adjectives. Particularly, you will learn be verb plus adjective and adjective plus noun.
Está mirando justo aquí que es de película esa. No sé. Serie.
Right, at this moment, we're going to practice the conversation. Repeat, please. Hey, Stephanie.
Hey, Stephanie.
I hear you have a new job.
New job.
Yes, I'm teaching math at Lincoln.
Yes, I'm teaching at
High school.
high school.
How do you like it?
How do you like it, Heath?
It's great.
It's great.
The students are terrific.
The students are terrific.
It's great.
It's
It's great.
The students
The students
are
are
terrific.
terrific.
How are things
How
Are things
with you?
with you?
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
I'm a firefighter now.
I am
Firefighter.
You know,
You know.
You know.
that's exciting.
That's
That's exciting.
That's exciting.
That's
exciting.
exciting.
Yes, but it's a very stressful job.
Yes,
But
but
it's a
it's
very
a
stressful job.
And sometimes it's dangerous.
And
Sometimes
sometimes
it's dangerous.
All right, we're going to stop right here, guys. We will continue tomorrow. So please try to finish as much as possible on the platform. I love you all.
Oh,
You have a good night.
Bye bye.
Good
okay,
night,
good
teacher.
night.
Night.
Bye, teacher.